eager are you to succeed? How eager are you to do what it takes to get the result that you're looking for? Hi, this is Kathleen Gage with Power Up for Profits and the 100 Club, where we help experts get 100 podcast interviews in record time with a very systemized approach. And this morning, I actually had a 7 a.m. call with a podcast host who wanted to do a pre-interview before putting me on her show. Normally, I don't do any phone calls until 10 a.m. Now, that doesn't mean that I get up late. I actually get up by 4:44 every morning. And you might be wondering, because the host asked me, she goes, why do you get up at 4:44? Well, 444 is a really special number to me. And so every morning when I wake up at 4:44, it reminds me of how blessed I am. It's just my own thing and it works for me. What I do by getting up that early is I give myself the window of time to do a morning ritual, a morning protocol. And what was most interesting is I knew that by 7 a.m. I'd be ready for the conversation to have with this host, and I'd be in a great peak performance mindset because of my morning routine. And yet there's many people that they don't want to be inconvenienced. They don't want to do things out of their norm, out of their box. And if you're looking for a lot of podcast opportunities, every single host is going to be different. You have to really accept the fact that each one has their own style, their own system, their own protocol, their own criteria for what they need before you get on their show. Some absolutely insist that you do a pre-interview, no matter how skilled and how experienced you are. Others, you book the interview, they check you out, and they put you on the show. Now, I will tell you that the more experience you have, the more you minimize the risk to the host. And this goes into having morning routines, this goes into having systems, this goes into having a process that gets you a lot of opportunity. It never ceases to amaze me how many people will go out and try to get an interview and they don't get an immediate response, and so they give up. Well, one of the reasons I do a morning routine is because the routine gets me in a routine. It's really quite simple. And if you look at some of the most successful people in the world, millionaires, billionaires, people that are happy, people that are healthy, probably the majority have a morning routine. And there's many different types of morning routines, but for me, what I do, lately I've been doing the Robin Sharma 5 a.m. club routine, which is a 20-20-20. And I start with 20 minutes of intensive exercise, 20 minutes of journaling, and 20 minutes of either reading something inspirational or watching something inspirational. And what that does is it gets me in a routine that lays the foundation for the day so that I can immediately get into the other things that need to be done to create the success that I want. With podcast interviews, there's a whole process behind it. You need to be very consistent in what you're doing. You need to do something you don't need to do anything, but quite seriously, if you want results, you really should have a routine of how many shows do you research a day, you or somebody on your team, you might have a virtual assistant. How many shows do you actually do outreach to, and how much follow-up do you do? What I hear people say is, well, I sent some messages out, I never got a response, so obviously they don't want me on the show. No. It could be that they didn't get your message. It could be that they're so overwhelmed with the amount of email messaging they get that they just haven't gotten around to it yet. It could be that it got lost in the shuffle. Don't give up, try again. It's real simple. You send out your first message, you wait a week, maybe 10 days, and you reach out again. You say, I sent you a message about a week ago. I just wanted to make sure that you received this through all the noise that goes on in the internet. What I say is, I know the cyber gremlins might be eating up emails, and I just wanted to make sure you got my email. You put your own personality into it. Don't try to be somebody you're not, but put your own twist to it. Another thing about when you first reach out to a host, don't send them a whole volume of content that is so overwhelming that they're never going to be able to filter through it to figure out who are you, what's your expertise. Send them a short, concise message that basically says, I've listened to your podcast show, or I've watched your podcast show. I really think that I might be a great fit for your audience. What would you have time to have a conversation about this, or what's your criteria for bringing a guest on? And in some cases, they actually have a form on their website. But the bottom line is that you need to have a morning routine. You need to have something that gets you in the habit of being consistent in the actions that you take. I'm on podcast shows all the time. And it's really business as usual for me. It's just a part of my business protocol, my business model. It wasn't like that early on. Early on, I really had to think about it. I had to schedule the time that I was going to do outreach, and on and on and on. Now, I just do it as part of my daily routine. If I listen to a show that I really like, I will reach out to the host. I'll usually do it either directly on their website, or I go to LinkedIn and I look for them on LinkedIn. And whatever your expertise is, make sure that that's what you're positioning when you approach the host. If you're not a fit for the show, don't think that they're going to suddenly say, oh my gosh, the heavens opened up and you've arrived and we want you on our show, when let's say that you're a cat expert and this is a dog show. There's a real mismatch. So you want to make sure that whatever your expertise is, that you are a match for the show. But don't be so narrow in your approach that you miss opportunity. For example, if you specialize in business systems and business strategies for small business owners, manufacturing companies, any show that has the word business in it could be a good fit. And early on, what you want to do is you want to be on as many shows as possible, because the more that you're on shows, the more shows you get on. I heard that early on in the speaking industry. The more you speak, the more you speak, which means you get better and better and better. And start it with a morning protocol. Start it with the foundation of getting your head on straight, getting your mindset where it needs to be, and then go for the gusto. Realize that there are people that need to hear your message. Realize there are people that want to hear your message. And so I encourage you, go out, look for lots of opportunity. This is Kathleen Gage. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification, because when a new episode comes out, which I'm doing a new episode every day, Monday through Friday, trying to keep it under 10 minutes so that it's great information in a very short period of time, bite-sized pieces of information. And soon what I'm going to be doing is interviewing show hosts to find out what do they look for. Because I can give you my perspective, but when you start hearing the same thing over and over again from different show hosts from many different genres and topics, you're going to realize there's a common thread with what they look for. One is they want to make sure that you're low risk. They want to make sure you can have a decent conversation. They want to make sure that you're going to show up on time, that you have good equipment. All of that plays into it. So go out, look for lots of opportunity, and have a great and blessed day.